From what we can expect from the 10th film, to all the big movies going up against it at the box office, these are all the reasons why Fast X could flop. The 10th Fast and Furious film is about to be released, and fans don't quite know how to feel. While many fans are excited to see where the next installment of the franchise will go, especially as this is the second to last film in the series, other fans aren't as excited for a variety of reasons. One of the biggest criticisms of the franchise has been how far-fetched and ridiculous it's become. The first film was, in the beginning, all about street racing. Meanwhile, the latest Fast and Furious movie went into space. Seriously. Now as the series is set to come to an end, fans are a bit burned out by all the improbable storylines that have already taken place and look to be continued in Fast X. Let's dive into what we know about Fast X thanks to what was revealed in the trailers. Fans are pretty pumped to see Jason Momoa be introduced as the new villain of the series, since he seems absolutely insane. Momoa plays Dante, the son of Fast Five's villain, Hernan Reyes, the Brazilian drug lord that Vin Diesel's Dom Toretto killed. Fast Five is often considered the best movie of the entire franchise, and the installment helped keep the series alive and popular. Going back to everything that happened in that movie might be good for the franchise as a whole, even if Momoa wasn't in that movie at all. A lot of the ensemble cast is back for this latest movie, save Dwayne Johnson's Luke Hobbs, of course. Former villains, such as Charlize Theron's Cypher, seem to have rather interesting roles in this one. Momoa's villain, Dante, is out for revenge after Dom killed his father in Fast 5. From the trailers, it's clear that the man is a lunatic. Actress Michelle Rodriguez, who plays Letty Ortiz, said that Momoa's villain is the best male villain the entire franchise has ever had, so it's clear that Dante is going to do whatever he can to cause Dom pain. In the trailer, Dante makes it clear that he's going after Dom's young son, Brian. At one point, it looks like Dante successfully kidnaps the kid and has him in the car with him. Dom's family and friends are set up, attacked, and seem to go through it in the two trailers that have been released thus far. So a lot's going to happen in this movie. But that's not the issue that fans have. The issue that fans have above all else? How far-fetched the stories have become. The last movie saw cars go into space, which was a bit ridiculous to see in a franchise that began based on street racing.
Now the satellite we're looking for should be somewhere there. Right there. You see it? Got it. Tell me you know how to work the thrusters. Tej.
While we don't see much space in these newest trailers for Fast X, we do see Cypher and Letty fight in some weird-looking technical spacey places. Let's hope they are not in space. Though at this point, we wouldn't be surprised if they're on the moon. The car's cannons are back, which are probably the least implausible things in the movies now. Fans have already rolled their eyes at the fact that Dom manages to take down 2 helicopters with only his car. Dante also has a plan to send a huge bomb in the shape of a large ball to blow up the Vatican. We've come a long way from street racing, haven't we? While we all want some good action, we also want the things we love about Fast and Furious, which isn't to say that Fast X looks all bad. It doesn't. The upcoming installment seems to have more street racing than any recent movie in the series, which is saying a lot. Many reports from the set and from actors also seem to suggest that this was intended, as they knew fans wanted some callbacks as to why the series was so good to begin with. But some of the far-fetched moments of these action sequences seem to remain.
Me. Dom, you ever think about how Mr. Nobody found you? Think he just dropped out of the sky and chose you? I ran missions with Mr. Nobody out of this place for years.
Which fans haven't loved in the past, so they likely won't love it in the future. While fans may have become disillusioned with the franchise, Momoa's character, the callback to Fast 5, and the large ensemble cast returning has made many excited to see what the new movie has in store for their favorite characters, especially now that there are rumors that a lot of stuff goes down. But even if fans do turn out to see Fast X, that doesn't mean that it won't flop. All signs point to a flop, thanks to a variety of reasons. Though the budget of the film, which ballooned during production, is mainly to blame. Fast X's budget ballooned to more than $340 million, the highest budget any movie from the franchise has ever reached. By comparison, F9, the Fast Saga, had a budget of only $200 million, which is definitely a lot, but still more than $100 million less than what Fast X's budget became. That's not even considering all of the money that may have been added on for marketing and promotion. That was the budget when they were still in production on the film last year.
Pretty impressive driving out there. You miss the old life.
Do you?
There are many reasons for this inflated budget. The film was shot during the COVID-19 pandemic, so extra money had to be set aside for safety protocols on set. The director left within the first week of filming because of disagreements he had with Vin Diesel, so another director had to be found, something that likely impacted the budget in some way. Plus, inflation had a hand in this huge budget, making it balloon before anyone could truly do anything about it. Now, it's hard for any movie with such a large budget to successfully reap a profit at the box office. While Fast X has been cleared to premiere in China, which is a huge benefit for the movie studio and the franchise, as China can bring in a lot of money at the box office, the movie could still flop. After all, the last few franchise movies that premiered in China did flop. Both Shazam! Fury of the Gods and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania flopped at the box office in China, which is even more interesting when the previous movies of both series did incredibly well in the past. So American movies may simply be going through a trend where they don't perform as well in China. This may have something to do with the franchises that have had a lot of movie premieres recently, something that the MCU and the DCEU can both be accused of, but so can the Fast and Furious franchise. So if Fast X doesn't do well in China, then the movie will almost certainly fail to make a huge profit at the box office across the board.
Right now we have a 10-minute window between patrols. Mr. Nobody's signal is close, but we've got to move quickly, guys. We do not want to cross paths with the military here.
Many analysts are already anticipating that the movie will flop, thanks to its ballooning budget and the fact that fans don't seem as excited about this newest movie. Plus, it's important to look at what other movies are premiering around the same time as Fast X. Fast X will premiere about 2 weeks after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which may help. A lot of people will see the newest MCU movie in the first 2 weeks, so Fast X won't have to compete too much with it. Fast X will also open 1 week before Memorial Day weekend, which may also help boost sales in the first few weeks. However, The Little Mermaid comes out 1 week after Fast X. 2 weeks after Fast X's premiere, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse drops, so Fast X will only have about 1 week to itself. The remainder of its first few weeks will be rife with competition from big-name movies that many people are looking forward to seeing. This might just increase the odds that Fast X will flop. Even if the franchise's dedicated fan base does show up, it could still flop.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How much longer on this food? Like, I'm ready to eat now. I've been eating space food for weeks.
Oh.
The movie needs a lot of people to buy tickets, even if Momoa does draw people into the movie theaters. Thanks to his new evil villain, it doesn't look like a lot of casual moviegoers are anticipating this release, especially because they have other summer movies, such as The Little Mermaid, that they might see instead. Unless Fast X manages to do the impossible, it looks like it may very well flop. So from all the movies it's going up against in the theater this summer, to what we know about the upcoming storyline of the film, these were all the reasons why Fast X may flop.